You know, I never understood why pastors have to jump all over the book just to get you to understand the message. So, where were we? We are currently dissecting the Bible. Why? Because I don't believe everything I was told. Since I've been far removed from high school, I've become skeptical of the educational system as a whole. As a whole. As a whole. No. Slavery was designed to make a profit for people. It was a business. Slavery in itself was a business. And in that business, in order to be profitable, you have to plant, farm, and produce crops. You need labor force to do that. And the best labor force is a free labor force. Unfortunately for black people, for Negroes, that meant us. And yes, I know people talk about all the time, well, black people weren't the only ones enslaved. This is true. This is so true. But black people endured harsher slavery than any others. The mere fact that white slaves were released from bondage, the mere fact that once a white slave served out their term, they were free to go. Or if they died in slavery, their kids were released from that fate. White people can't stay out in the sun as long as black people. So I don't want to hear this bull crap story about, oh, well, black people weren't the only ones that were slaves. Guess what? There was no such thing as, there was no such thing as sunscreen back then. You can go to your local farmer's market. You can go down the road to the plantation down the street and ask if they have some extra suntan lotion on hand. I gotta get these people out here picking this cotton, and doggone it, they turning red and the skin burning, and I just don't know what to do. So, if you want to prove this theory, we can go. You put the average white person outside on a hot day, no protection, and you put a black person, average black person, outside with no protection. And just for the hell of it, let's put a light-skinned black and a dark-skinned black. Because remember, we're from Africa. We're darker skinned people because we have more exposure to the sun. Okay? But this is according to the European standards, which I don't know why the Europeans do less work and they get more credit. That just boggles my mind. So they rewrote the Bible and they told black folks that they were put on this earth to keep us in check. So basically they took all the ancient scriptures on religion from Africa, put it in a book, and said that they were doing the Lord's work. They was doing God's work. That the evilness of this world had to be driven out. The darkness had to be driven out. Well, to this day, some people take the Bible very seriously. They take it as a I don't know how to say this, literally. They take the Bible scriptures literally. People. Calm down. If you look at all the scriptures where they say Jesus is talking to his flock, Jesus is talking to the disciples, he uses metaphors. If he's supposed to be our religious guide, then how in the hell you figure you know better than Jesus? If he's using metaphors, then evidently he knows something that we don't. And he's trying to relate the message as best as we can understand it. He's using terminology that we can understand. So when he says when they talk about driving out the darkness, it didn't mean literally start killing up all black people. What it meant was the darkness within the human heart, the evil in the world. That's what he was talking about. So, that being said, let's get on with it. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Again, he said that it clearly says that he says the evening and the morning were the first day. But he just said in the couple lines before, he said he called the light day, and the darkness he called light. He called night. The evening, the darkness was always there. Come on now. I can't be the only one that picked up on this. People might say, oh, well, you got it all wrong. That's not how the Bible was. You know, that's possible. It's possible that I might have gotten it wrong. I might have gotten it wrong. It's quite possible. But I'm willing to bet that 1 o'clock in the morning is nighttime. I'm willing to bet that 9 o'clock at night in the evening is nighttime. I'm willing to bet that 10 o'clock a.m. is daytime. So what I'm doing in my search to find the truth about the Bible is I'm comparing it to real life events. Y'all see where I'm going with this? In North America right now, it's what? Middle of the day? Late afternoon? The sun is out. as I'm recording this, the sun is out. The light of day. Come about 8, 9 o'clock tonight, this evening, it'll be dark. So, again, he called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day. The evening and the morning was the first day. Why do I feel that's correct? Is because he brought daylight from darkness. That's like somebody said on a podcast, a video, or something I was watching on YouTube. They said white people can't give birth to black kids. It is scientifically impossible. A pure white bred person of European origins cannot give birth to a black child. But a black family, a black woman can give child to a white kid. We call it albino. That's the absence of pigmentation. Why does this make so much sense? Because God already made it so. The creator of all existence already made it so.